the message here is overtime is costly, and there are lots of reasons underlying it that really need attention.
Tonight on DC News Now, public safety agencies in the district are blowing through their overtime budget. How city leaders plan to tackle the expensive problem.
Controversy over changes at a park dedicated to a fallen Northern Virginia firefighter.
For someone to do what they have done in less than a year is disgraceful.
We are at the beginning of the new phase of this park.
Hear from both sides of the argument on what's next for the peaceful memorial.
The gorgeous weather we had today will continue into our Friday. We'll let you know if we can keep this rolling straight into the upcoming weekend.
You can't take money from DC residents and then turn your back on them.
This bill is supported by the AMAC Action, Independent Women's Voice, and DoorDash.
A social media campaign calling for people to ditch DoorDash in the district. How the food delivery service became part of a controversial tax fight.
We begin with breaking news. A child hit and killed by a car while riding an electric scooter in Northern Virginia. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. It happened in Fairfax County, right near Sully Square. Now, police say the 9-year-old boy was on the scooter in a neighborhood right behind McLaren Square Shopping Center when the car ran into him. The driver did stay there at the scene, and first responders rushed him to the hospital where he died. Investigators are still looking into what caused the crash. This is a developing story, and we will have the latest both on air and online at DCNewsNow.com. Public safety agencies in the district have spent nearly $250 million on overtime during the fiscal year. The city auditor sharing the budget-blowing numbers in a new report.
Some departments blame staffing shortages along with the amount of time employees spend on leave. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live tonight from police headquarters.
And Daniel, a big chunk is coming from police overtime. How much are we talking about here?
Susan and Chris, we're talking about 61% of that $220 million police overtime alone. And this encompasses everything from fire and EMS to the Department of Corrections, as well as the Office of Unified Communications. The DC auditor says district agencies are paying an exorbitant amount of overtime to a smaller number of current employees. It's a 24/7 operation keeping DC safe, but the amount of overtime spent last fiscal year is concerning.
Within public safety, we will have overtime, and it is just a matter of understanding how much is controllable.
DC Auditor Kathy Patterson says police accounted for $134 million in overtime. Officers took an average of 8 weeks of leave. Some of the overtime is because of short staffing, but not all.
Some of our prior chiefs did a better job than some of our current chiefs at bringing down discretionary overtime.
The report says DC Fire and EMS was 95% staffed, but racked up $50 million in overtime. Firefighters took leave on average between 8 and 11 weeks.
Somewhat higher than in some of the other agencies, use of sick leave or use of sort of discretionary leave without pay, and that might be communicating something else that needs more study.
The Department of Corrections spent $30 million on overtime. Patterson says fully staffed would be 1,700 employees. Right now, they have about 700.
Particularly at corrections and OUC, where they have 24/7 posts, they have to have them filled. That's where the additional staffing will obviously make a difference.
The Office of Unified Communications had $3.8 million of overtime, no longer a staffing issue, but a time off issue. Employees averaging 11 weeks of leave with an average of 1 week away without leave.
Is there too high a stress factor? Is there some other health issue there? Well, we know sort of what's going on there that seems to be driving those numbers up.
In a statement, Deputy Mayor Lindsay Appiah said, "We have cut crime almost in half in the last 3 years while managing dozens of federal activities and events as the nation's capital." She went on to say the administration continues to pursue aggressive strategies to recruit and retain officers and staff to reduce overtime. We're live in Northwest. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, some great insight there, Daniel. Thank you. We are continuing to follow developing news out of the district. A firefighter is hurt at the scene of a fire there at southwest, that is. Officials say that a ladder truck ran into him on Galveston Street and he was seriously hurt. Park Police helped to fly the firefighter to local trauma center. Investigators are now looking into what happened. We're going to stay on top of this developing story for you and bring you the very latest on air and online at dcnewsnow.com.
New research shows crime is dropping in D.C. The National Organization Council on Criminal Justice releasing its mid-year report on data from 30 U.S. cities. It shows murders are down 41% so far in 2026 in D.C. Motor vehicle theft is down 54%. That is one of the biggest decreases among all the cities studied. The author of the report says it can offer guidance on what works and doesn't to help guide lawmakers and policymakers.
First step of that is identifying the problem. And I think that's one of the most important, is not to just go off anecdote, but look at the data, understand what the problems are, where in the city the problems are, identifying people at the most risk of violence, and then adopting a certain policy. It's going to be unique depending on the situation, but adopting an evidence-based strategy.
The report did not go into the effect the National Guard may have had on being deployed to D.C.
All right, my friends, we are nearly to Friday and the weekend, and what a way to get things started. It was a spectacular day out there.
Absolutely. Damon's in for Jackie tonight, and this is a keeper. This is like an A+.
Seriously, is it too much of a stretch to say it almost felt like a Friday with how beautiful it was?
Right.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone was smiling.
Yeah, good moods.
Yes, we love that, and we want to keep it going. Mother Nature going to provide that, it looks like, at least heading into our Friday officially. Now, here we go. Those high temperatures this afternoon. This is incredible, especially because it is late July. Folks, we only got into the upper 70s, lower 80s. That is just warm enough to be comfortable, but not overbearing. That high temperature in D.C., 83 degrees. And oh, by the way, that came along with absolutely no humidity. It was crisp as you walked out the door, and we're continuing to see that with those temperatures now in the upper 60s to mid 70s, and they'll continue to drop as we head through the night. And as a matter of fact, tomorrow morning is going to be one of the cooler starts to a day that we've had in at least a few months. Around D.C., it's likely to drop into the low 60s, and a little bit farther west of the city, we get down into those 50s. So yeah, it is going to be another beautiful setup on our Friday. Now, can we keep this going straight through the upcoming weekend, or will there be some mugginess starting to return? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, we'll see you then. All new tonight at 9. It's been a year since a park was dedicated to a volunteer firefighter killed in a home explosion in Northern Virginia. But problems now plague that site.
The memorial sits on land where that blast occurred in Sterling back in 2024, killing firefighter Trevor Brown. DC News Now's Dave Laval joining us live there at the Memorial Park.
Dave, good evening. So what are the issues here?
Well, good evening to you, Chris and Susan. This Sunday marks what would have been Trevor Brown's 47th birthday. It's also the first anniversary of this memorial dedicated to him. But soon, this park could likely have a new look.
It is pretty frustrating.
Steve Honard's reaction to seeing the Memorial Park set up for Trevor Brown today compared to how it looked during its dedication nearly 1 year ago. Gone are many of the trees and plants Honard says died due to irrigation issues. Now there's only one solution for the land Honard owns with his wife.
It's a total rebuild. Our plan is to go a little bit slower and evolve it so we know what we're putting in, where we're putting it in, so it can survive.
Does this look like a park now? Does this look like a reflecting park that we had a year ago? Not even close. Not even close to what it was.
Chris Yort owns K&H Landscape, which teamed up with the Honards to build the park last year, including the irrigation system. Yort challenges Honard's claims.
He just decided to remove them. We have no proof that anything ever died.
The falling out between both sides escalated last November after Honard agreed to a conservation easement he says will keep the land a green space. Yort has just one issue with that.
We want the park put back to the way it was.
Honard's renovations call for more plants, trees, and grass to be installed so the park becomes a fitting tribute to Brown. That goal, something both sides agree in this case.
The memorial is about honoring Trevor.
And Honard says it's still way too early to say how much the renovations will cost, when they'll start, and when they'll be completed. We're live in Sterling, Virginia. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
All right, Dave, thank you. Now to a special ed teacher in Northern Virginia accused of assaulting a student. Fairfax County Police say Alicio Perez had inappropriate contact with the child twice back in May. The 35-year-old teacher at Cooper Middle School has turned himself in. He's currently out on bond while awaiting trial, and Perez has been suspended without pay as this investigation continues.
Also in Virginia, Arlington leaders are weighing possible changes to how the county is governed, but the county attorney now urging caution. A new report says changing the current system could mean losing powers unique to Arlington. The report also notes the county could not become a city until at least 2032 because of a statewide moratorium. County board members are expected to review the findings this fall before deciding any next steps.
Coming up on DC News Now, a social media campaign is calling for people to ditch DoorDash in the district. How the food delivery service became part of this controversial tax fight.
And the Gadgets, helping put parents of special needs children at ease. We're helping you stretch your dollar with some of the most important safety devices on the market.
Then ahead at 9:30, pay up or get passed over. Howard University unenrolling some incoming freshmen, but they blame the college's accounting errors for screwing up their payments.